A new NTSB report is shedding light on the moments before a Kenmore Air Float Plane crashed in the San Juan Islands in western Washington last month. The pilot and all 10 passengers were injured, but they did all survive. Christian Balderas with our Seattle sister station brings us an update on that report tonight.
That two-page report provides the clearest picture we have yet about the final moments before that fiery plane crash, but we still do not know what exactly went wrong. Why was the plane unable to successfully divert and land, and why was the plane up in the air to begin with when the weather was forecasted to be bad? Witness video captured the float plane descending nose high just 4 feet above water when the left wing suddenly drops. That led to it skidding into the shoreline before bursting into flames. The NTSB says the pilot radioed Kenmore Air to report bad weather, and the plane diverted 11 miles out from its destination. The plan was to land and wait for conditions to improve. It flew for 5 miles before something went wrong on the approach. Investigators still haven't said why that left wing dropped suddenly, whether it was weather-related, mechanical, or aerodynamic. We also don't know what the pilot was experiencing in the cockpit. Aviation analyst and retired commercial pilot John Nance says it could be more than a year before we have answers.
Things didn't begin to go wrong until the aircraft was essentially on approach. And those are the key elements after that point. What did the pilot see? What decisions did he make? And what were the external criteria that led him to make those decisions?
According to Kenmore Air's website, its seaplane pilots operate by visual flight rules, or VFR. That largely means they can only fly when they can see where they're going and must avoid clouds and storms. But according to flight and radar data from that day, there were already storms present between Seattle and Roach Harbor when the plane took off, and the pilot took a different route than what was typical. And the flight is only about 45 minutes, and the pilot presumably would have known what the weather would have been like along the route. Now the big question is, did the plane have storm detecting equipment aboard? Federal rules require planes to have that equipment if storms are expected. Otherwise, they can't take off. In Seattle, I'm Christian Balderas, King 5 News.